Kia ora. Keeping that DC train going and moving further back today, this is my look at the LEGO Batman 2008 set Robin's Scuba Jet, Attack of the Penguin. That's a mouthful of a set name there, LEGO. The set overview here is the Penguin and his submarine, and there's also Robin with a little scuba jet. This is the oldest LEGO Batman set that I own, where I actually have all of the pieces built up together, so the oldest LEGO Batman review that you'll find on this channel is actually a Robin set. Like I said, this released in 2008, and the wave that it released alongside actually had some weird Dark Knight tie-ins. The boxes had the logo, and the Christian Bale Batman is posing on the front as well. The Joker set is genuinely the Tumbler from the movie, but the minifigures resemble no likeness to any of the actors. Back in the day, this was kind of how LEGO used to do some movie tie-ins. And it's something that I think many of us would agree that we wish they still did. It would have been cool to have a Black Adam set that released alongside the movie, but it wasn't actually connected to the movie. We'll start with the Robin sub, which is a small inclusion that's just enough to explain how he's underwater. I really love how compact this thing is, and I can't stress enough how simple it is as a build. It's just a pretty nice looking display model. There's nothing to actually interact with besides the cockpit piece that can be opened. Robin's cape greatly affects how he sits inside this vehicle though, which is why they eventually stopped releasing figures with capes for these vehicles. But I'm glad that this one has it, because it's my only traditional Robin figure. The main selling point of this set is the Penguin Submarine, which feels like it's been ripped straight out of the cartoons. The build is mostly these bigger pieces with a nice color scheme and some sticker details as well, like the Batarang scratches and the windows. The front section also has a sticker of an evil looking penguin face, and I can show you some of the build structure under the section here. There's just nothing. Most of the build is hollowed out inside. There's a little bit of standing room in the main hull, but we'll get to that in a sec. I really like the overall shaping of this design actually. Submarines are not frequenting my collection, so this is a cool addition. At the back of the sub is the main play feature, which is a missile, and it uses that old really cool rubber ended piece. There's flick-fire missiles at the top section as well, and a little telescope for when Penguin is inside the vehicle. The giant missile at the back is great. It's always been one of my favorite play features in older LEGO sets. Fires really easily by just pressing down on that red trigger. The missile fires up and behind the sub, ideally hitting Robin, who would be following behind. Inside the sub, there's a little bit of room for some interactions. There's a control panel for driving and some standing room. Penguin can fit inside, but there's no room for his umbrella. This is the Robin figure, released in only one other set before this one. He is the exact same figure except for his hairpiece. The hairpiece is a better fit in my opinion, just more nostalgic for that hair compared to this one, but at least I have an original Robin to go with my 2006 Batman. I like the minimal design for the red and the green, and personally speaking, I have always loved the red, green, and yellow design a lot more than the red and black one, which would become the norm from 2012 onwards for LEGO Robins. His cape though is really messed up. That just comes with age. Here they both are together. This isn't an official pairing or anything. This Batman figure predates the Robin by some years, and he was retired by the time of the set's release. This is just a pairing that's specifically made for me because it's likely that I'll never get any other traditional LEGO Batman sets. LEGO Batman might be one of the most expensive licensed themes in the aftermarket. This is the Penguin figure, who had previously also only been released in one other set, the same set that featured the 2006 Robin, funnily enough. This figure though has no differences in his design, just a re-release figure. The top hat and the short purple pants work really well for him. I love that figure overall, and I do have a small handful of other classic LEGO Batman villains for him to be paired up with. The highlight always with LEGO Penguin sets are the Penguin editions. They are the exact same build as one another. One features a harpoon gun, the other one carries a revolver. They look great, and I always appreciate having them. Instructions feature no theming at all, unfortunately, but there are some nice shots of the set featured, and there's a comic strip as well featuring LEGO's own explanation of events. There's an ad for the LEGO Batman video game that released that I hope you've all played before, and some ads for the sets that released in the same wave. I remember as a kid desperately wanting this Harley Quinn truck. A comic variant of Harley Quinn is still a figure that I do not have in my own personal collection. That Mr. Freeze set looks a little choppy from a build perspective, but I can't believe that I skipped this at release. I imagine it was actually pretty affordable, and it contains a great looking Batman and Mr. Freeze figure. The only set that's absent from the marketing here was the Joker ice cream truck and the tumbler set. I always wanted that classic Joker hairpiece, and Joker is also a character that I don't have in my collection. That's my quick look at the 2008 LEGO Batman Robin's Scuba Jet. It's a nice reminder of how far the LEGO DC line went with its vehicles and character inclusions. Both Penguin and Robin went so far in the DC line across many sets, both comic based and movie based, and I'll always bring up how much I miss this line any chance I get. If you enjoyed this little retrospective look at an older LEGO superhero set, liking and subscribing helps to support this channel's ventures into more nostalgic reviews. Ka kite ana.